Hi, I'm Christa Jacobson, headmistress of the Budo Ryu Kai, where we teach authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. In today's video, what I thought we would talk about today is an EDC survival kit. An everyday carry that you take with you that's very small, compact, and you can take it anywhere you go, right? That's what we're gonna be talking about today. We're also gonna be talking about the different items that you would keep within your EDC in case you found yourself in some sort of survival or emergency situation. Now, before we begin, I always give a shout out to all of my new viewers. So if this is the first video that you guys have seen of me, my name is Christa Jacobson. I'm the headmistress of the Budo Ryu Kai, which means School of the Warrior Way. We teach Ryu Ninjutsu and Ryu Bujutsu, so the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. This organization does have other areas of focus, such as reality-based self-defense, weapons training and tactics, survival skills, martial arts theory, thought, and philosophy, martial arts conditioning. If any of these topics interest you at all, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to click the bell. I do post 2 to 3 videos every single week. So if you're interested in any of those topics, please subscribe, click the bell, and keep up with what we're doing. So today we're going to be talking about an EDC survival kit, something that's very lightweight, compact, and you take it anywhere you go, right? That's what we're going to be talking about. Now, before I begin, I just want to cover 2 things, right? Number one, I want to say that we're not talking about a bug out bag where it's this big, cumbersome bag that you've got everything in the kitchen sink in, okay? I've already made videos about survival bags and bug out bags and things like that. That's not this video, okay? We're talking about something that's this size that you can take with you anywhere you go. It's lightweight, it's compact, and you've got the bare bones necessities in it, and we're going to talk about what that should be, okay? Another thing I want to say before we get going is we're not going to be really talking about self-defense / self-protection within the EDC. And the reason for that is, in case you guys are new to the channel, we talk about combat and martial arts in 99% of my videos. So we're not talking about edged weapons and firearms. Anyone who follows my channel knows I'm always going to have an edged weapon, a firearm on me. Highly support the use of weapons, but we're not talking about that. Just know that that obviously is going to be part of your EDC, but we're not talking about self-defense and self-protection. Here we're talking more along the lines of survival and emergency situations that you might find yourself in. And in case you're in some type of a survival situation or an emergency situation, what is something that you can have in a very small, compact, lightweight EDC kit that you can take with you, you have in your car, and it's with you every time you leave your house, right? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, another thing that I would like to say before we get going with what's within the EDC and some of the items that we're going to discuss, I do want to say to you guys who are watching the video, if you guys carry an EDC as well and you see items that I don't cover, if you guys would please in the comment section write all the items down that you guys carry in your EDC. And the reason I'm asking you to do that is because anyone who watches my videos, I try to help as many people as I can. Remember, knowledge is lightweight and you can take it anywhere you go. So anyone who's watching this video, please go down to the comment section and just see what other people post as well. I think it's great that the community can help each other out. So if there is something that I have not put in my EDC and you guys have in yours, stick it in the comment section so anyone who watches this video can watch my video and they can scroll through the comments and look at other possibilities that they could place within their EDC as well. Another thing I'd like to say is the fact that the EDC or your everyday carry is going to change depending on the situation that you're in. If you know that you're going to be in more of an urban situation, you're going to prepare your EDC for an urban environment. If you know you're going to be more of a wilderness situation, you're going to prepare your EDC for more of a wilderness environment. So your EDC or your everyday carry is something that you're going to prepare for the environment that you're in your everyday life, okay? Of course, you've got your bug out bags, you've got your survival kits, there's all these other things that we've talked about on the channel, but your EDC is something that should be very versatile, that you can take with you every single day, and it's specific towards your environment. For me personally, I'm in Kansas City, I'm in an urban environment, so what you're gonna see here is something that's gonna be more geared towards urban survival, not something that's going to be geared more towards wilderness survival. All right, so let's start looking at the EDC. Now what you see here is we got 2 specific components. We've got this bag here, this little fanny pack with our logo on the front, and this is something that's offered here within our organization, something I ask all the students to get so they can prepare their own EDC and put their own items in it of everything that they need, which they get from our training. And then also we have a handkerchief which also has a component in it within that we have tied up, and we put these two items together. So let's start looking at the different items that we have, and let's start with the handkerchief, right? First of all, I think everyone should carry a handkerchief with them for a variety of different reasons, whether that's, you know, to help you with first aid or scrapes or anything like that. You can get it wet, put it on your neck. You can help control body temperature. There's a ton of different reasons you need a handkerchief, but I think everybody should have a handkerchief within their EDC. Now, within the handkerchief tied up, what we have is a solar energy rechargeable device. Now, this particular solar energy device that I have within my EDC not only charges up electrical devices, it also has a LED light on it as well. And so in case you needed, if you're at night and you needed LED light, it also has a compass on it, on the back end of it, okay? Now, the reason the solar energy rechargeable device is so important is because nowadays everyone carries electronic devices, smartphones, etc., etc. And in any survival or emergency situation, the last thing you need is for your main device that you use to communicate or to contact people goes dead. The battery runs out. So you're going to need some sort of rechargeable device that you can use to keep what you're using for contact available. Now, the great thing about these is they're solar powered. As long as you have the sun out, you can keep everything charged. So I highly suggest everybody have some sort of handkerchief and solar powered rechargeable device in their EDC. Now, moving over to the fanny pack kit that we offer here within the organization, on the strap, what you guys see is I have one of those survival bracelets. And the survival bracelet itself, as you guys know, it's just made up of a bunch of paracord, just something that you could stick on your wrist. And now I've got a whole bunch of cordage in case I need it. I just take this and stick it on the strap to the fanny pack. That way, when I put this on, this goes in a pocket, this goes in a pocket, this goes on my wrist, and this goes on my waist, and I'm gonna be going down the road. So I keep this because, again, this offers a variety of different uses. Who knows when you need to have paracord and the many different uses of cordage. Now, within the particular bag that we have here, it's basically comprised of four things, right? The first thing you're going to see is a good old-fashioned buck knife. Now, I know that these more, old-timer buck knives are not the most popular knives anymore because they don't look all tactical and all that kind of stuff. But let me tell you something. These buck knives are awesome. And in my opinion, they're way better than a lot of the cool tactical stuff you can buy on the shelves. They are made very good quality, and I keep just a good old-fashioned buck knife in my EDC. Obviously, as I said in the beginning, I do carry edged weapon as well, but for just a tool that you have in your everyday kit, just a good old-fashioned buck knife, that's going to do you wonders. So that's the first thing I have in here. Second thing we're looking at now is a multi-tool. Now, the multi-tool is something that I think you're going to need. When you're dealing with small, compact, and lightweight, the more things you can do with one item, the better. So with this multi-tool, when you open it up, it's got so many different things it offers. You've got pliers, right? We've got knives, we've got scissors, we've got various different screwdrivers, we've got a bottle opener, I got a glass breaker on it. There is so much that is on this particular multi-tool and that you could use it for the space that this takes up and the various uses that you can use. It's a no-brainer that this is going to go in your EDC. The next thing we're going to be pulling out is this particular tin that I have here. Now, of course, you guys know that you can have a tin, and inside it it's a container. You can do anything you want. It's made out of steel, so I could boil water in it if I wanted. I could cook something in it if I wanted. But inside it is many different tools that I have inside of it. Now, but you're going to need some sort of a container to carry things depending on, again, the situation that you're in. I use it because I have lots of things packed on the inside. Now, in the inside, it's more geared towards first aid and that type of thing, again, just because of the environment that I'm in. But what I have in it, I've got hand sanitizer, which I think is important, and we're going to talk about that in a second. We've also got a little Ziploc bag, and this is full of Band-Aids. It's got ibuprofen and it's got an alcohol wipe. So it doesn't have much. It's got 3 or 4 Band-Aids. It's got an alcohol wipe and one of those to-go ibuprofen bags, and that's in there as well. The next thing we have is a good old-fashioned Bic lighter. You know, anytime you need to create fire, heat, boil water, cook food, or whatever. There's so many things that you could be using this for. Signaling, but again, Bic lighter, you're going to need to have some sort of, you know, device to be able to create a fire. Now, depending on the situation that you're in, whether it's difficult to find tinder or whatever, again, the scenario that you're in, you could also use this because this is alcohol, it's flammable, so that's also going to help take the fire to take the flame to create a fire. So lots of things, again, the versatility of it. The last thing I have in here is a poncho. It's a small poncho that you stick in a bag, and again, it doesn't matter whether you're in an urban environment or a wilderness environment, you need something to protect yourself from the elements. If you find yourself where your car breaks down and say you're in the urban environment and you're in an area that you don't want to be asking people for directions, and it's raining, this is good to have, right? So there's always reasons for it, but we could go on and on about the various different reasons, but right now we're just talking about what's in it. So these are some of the things that I think I would take with me no matter what. The last thing I have in here is a surgical mask. Now, I'm not going to get into the political pandemic crap and all that. I'm just going to be real with you. If you're going somewhere and, you know, you find out that, you know, a lot of people in your area is sick because of disease or whatever the situation is, I'm not talking about, you know, I'm talking about, you know, bad things have happened and lots of people are sick. This is lightweight. You could take that thing anywhere you go. You should be having a surgical mask on you so you don't have to be infected by the people around you. So what you see here is something that I think it's all small, it's all compact, it all ties to my little fanny pack that we offer here in the organization, which is in our store. And this is something I think every student should have. But when you look at the components, right, you look at what we're saying, what I'm saying is I think everyone should have a handkerchief. You can conceal your identity with it. You can filter water with it. You can, you know, tie it around your face. You can cover yourself from the environment. There are so many things that you could use cloth for, or you could use it if you want to make char cloth or whatever with your tin. But I think everyone should have a handkerchief. I think everybody should have some sort of solar energy rechargeable device to keep their electrical devices going so you can always have contact with the outer world. I think everybody should have, at some level, you should have some sort of poncho to keep yourself dry from the environment or to regulate body temperature. You should have some sort of things to help you in case you get, you know, scrapes and scratches and, you know, first aid and all that type of thing. I think you should have hand sanitizer, and there's lots of uses for that, which we're not really getting into, but I think you should have all that. Definitely think you should have a big lighter so you can have some sort of fire. You should have some sort of container, metal container, in case you want to boil water or keep things dry in a small little kit here. I definitely think, depending on the situation, when you don't know the element you're in and there could be disease and everyone's sick, you should have some sort of a surgical mask that you throw right inside that EDC. Fits so easy. You should have a multi-tool that can do a whole bunch of different functions. And last but not least, a good old-fashioned buck knife. Again, I am a huge fan of buck. I think they make great blades. I think it's great quality, and just a good old-fashioned, old-timer buck knife I think is something that you should have in your kit. They're really good blades, and they easily fit right in there. You just zip the thing up, and there you go. So these are the things that I think that you should have in your everyday carry. And like I said, I just keep this in my car. I've got a couple of them. I've got one kit here in the dojo. That way I can talk to my students when we talk about this particular topic. I also got one in my car. If I need anything in here, it's in my car, I go get it. If I drive anywhere and I leave the house, it's in my car and I have it. So anyway, you should always have these type of items with you or access to these items anywhere you go. So there's today's video on the EDC survival kit. Again, this is something lightweight and compact. You can take it everywhere you go. Again, I would like for all of you guys to put your comments below. Is there something you put in your EDC that I didn't mention here? Stick in the comment section so all the viewers can learn a little bit from everybody that's watched this video. If you enjoyed this video today, don't forget to subscribe. I do post 2 to 3 videos every single week. And if you guys are interested in authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu, please check out my website at Budo Ryu Ninjutsu.com. There you guys can see a list of the 7 traditions, different philosophies and strategies and principles that we teach. If you don't live next to one of our schools, you guys can always join the Budo Ryu Kai online ninjutsu dojo and start training that way. So thank you guys very much for your love and support. I deeply appreciate it. Until next time, take care, be safe, and good luck in your journey of Budo. Bye.